Hey, everybody. Welcome on this beautiful Sunday to the Enlightened Souls Paranormal Wolf Pack Podcast. Man, do we have a lineup today? Do we have any special guests? Couple. Actually, they were with us. They were with Sean and I on an investigation over in Indiana this past week. And that's what we're here to discuss is what we discovered, evidence that we found, and events that we participated in at the Bell Mansion. So let's bring on my cohort and co-host. Here he is, Sean Ellis.
Hello, everyone.
How you doing, brother?
It's catching up to me now.
long time no see.
It's been a long week.
Yes.
I gotta say one thing. Congratulations last night on the largest crowd you guys have ever drawn.
Oh my God.
2,300 people.
2,300 plus were packed into that place. It was at the Poor Brothers Square here in Peoria Heights. It was an all-time record as far as attendance. And I'm telling you, it was fabulous. Go on Facebook, look up Decade of Decadence, and you'll see some of the videos on there. It was amazing.
Yeah,
So
it was unreal. It was packed.
I know, right? So this past week, you and I participated in a paranormal investigation at the Bell Mansion, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It is probably one of the most beautiful places I have ever did an investigation in. It's in Fort Wayne, Indiana. It was simply amazing. The energy was so strong when you walked into the foyer area. I had to stand there for like 10, 15 minutes just to balance out the energy.
Yeah, I had to sit down and refocus myself.
I noticed you were sitting on the steps.
Yeah. I had to refocus. There was a lot of high energy there.
Yep. It did for 93 years, I believe. It was known as the Klon. I think it's pronounced Klon Funeral Home. And I mean, it was amazing to go up on the second floor into the room where they actually, did the procedures on the bodies. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was wow.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting.
But the two beauty queens that joined us, well, there was three actually, but these two here, they were there and they experienced some things. Let's bring them on. Here is our good friends, Pam and Lori.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Hi gals, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good.
Hanging in there.
You know me. Anytime I got this many peachy rings in my hand, I'm doing good.
Oh my God, that's all you ate on the way home. Peachy rings.
I love these things, man.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Is the light too much behind us?
Kind of looks
No,
like
you're
it.
It's pretty bright.
Yeah. Okay. She's gonna turn it off.
All right. Well, it's actually the window.
Well, hey, let's just move to the other side. There we go. That's better.
But anyway, man, now you need some light in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right.
There
you go. Oh my God, look at that.
I'm better in the dark, actually.
We won't go there.
No, I'm just saying, to cover this up.
Oh, okay. So,
No.
if I remember right, this mansion belonged to Robert and Clara
Bell,
right? Yep. And then later was sold to who? Nobles? William Noble?
William and Laura Noble.
Yep. And believe it or not, that home sold to them for a mere $50,000.
Right.
That place is, like I said, huge.
Oh, it is big.
Yeah, it was. The Bells lived there from 18. What did I say? 1835. They wasn't there long because Robert actually passed away in the house in 1901. And as far as the owners know, is he's the only one that had passed away in the home.
Right.
So any of the other owners did not pass away. The only other person that passed away is Robert and Clara Bell's daughter passed away at months old.
Right.
I don't know of what, I mean, back then it could have been a multitude of things. So,
yeah.
And her name is Bessie.
Right. And I mean, the energy that I felt personally in the second floor embalming room was immense.
Yes.
It was overwhelming.
Yes. Now,
But I
will
did
say this. Let me finish. I forgot to tell you.
Go
this.
ahead. Go ahead.
So Robert and Clara Bell built the house in 1893. Robert passes away in 1901. Then the Nobles only lived there 22 years. So in 1935 is when it became a funeral home.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine. We'll talk a bit later about what I experienced, but when I actually got the gentleman who was attached to the casket up there, my brother, I call him a brother because he was a 32nd degree Mason and such as I am.
Yeah.
We actually had a very, very intelligent Masonic conversation. He blew me away. But the little girl,
he was actually answering whatever you asked him with a negative answer.
I was asking Masonic questions, and he answered spot on.
I watched that video, and it was awesome. I mean, I watched all of your video, but you guys got some great responses.
Yes.
I was kind of impressed with the one downstairs in the basement of the dollhouse. When we first went down there, we wasn't getting anything. And then I said, Mark, maybe it's just like the 1918 house. I said, maybe start singing something. And Mark starts singing in the REM pod. Well, not the REM pod. Actually, the cat balls were going off that. Yeah, the cat balls were going.
And all I was singing was children's songs.
Yeah.
Like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star and things like that. I was just thinking that the cat balls would just go off.
Yeah. I watched that. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, and they were going off as responses to everything that you guys were doing down there.
It's like
she was asking questions. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like she was acknowledging or singing with it when it was lighting up sometimes because it just kept constantly going.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So
what I can't believe is them guys left me in that basement by myself.
She wasn't by herself. We were there. We were just in the box.
Yeah. Something would have touched me, I would have been in that box with them.
Well, if you can look at me, I may look a little smaller right now because I did jump out of my skin when Mandy scared the living shit out of me.
That was good.
That was good.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think you should play that video.
Well, I'm sure
I don't have a copy of it, or I would.
Oh no.
Oh, we'll have to get you one, Mark or Sean.
Yeah, you should play that. They would love to see that.
Because that's when we were picking up all of our equipment.
Cool. That was funny.
Yeah, that whole place is interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's a single spot that was disappointing at any time. I mean, I think when we did the tour, I think there was more energy felt then.
Yeah.
But maybe because we were new, we hadn't been there before. I don't know. I mean, I haven't talked to anyone that's been there, but I think that the walkthrough, the energy was super strong.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing.
That's why, I mean, I started to go on it with you guys, and I had to go back downstairs and sit down and reorganize. I mean, it was that strong to me. I just sat down there and me and Mandy were talking about stuff, but it was intense. I mean, I had to sit there and refocus everything because it was like it was there. I mean, you could definitely tell there was an immense energy there.
Yeah. I and I can't say enough to the owner. What an amazing job that they do.
It's amazing. Yeah.
They are amazing. I mean, even the people that did the tour with us, very knowledgeable. I mean, wonderful people.
Yep. 1,000%.
Yes.
Now, I know Pam and Lori, I'm gonna make your day here. I'm gonna share my screen.
Oh, no. He's got something that's gonna. Oh, what are you guys up to now?
This could be bad.
This was the absolute curiosity peak of my night there. Was the clock that you heard ticking, but nothing was moving.
Yeah.
And if you sat over on the couch, you could almost see a pendulum swinging inside of it, and there is no pendulum inside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it put me to sleep.
Yeah, Lori went to sleep when she sat there.
I know when I came out of that, I think that's the room that was connected to the yoga room, wasn't it, when we come out of it?
Yeah.
And I just started hearing this ticking sound. I'm like, what in the hell is this ticking? And I go over there and I sat down on the sofa, and then I happened to notice the clock up there on the wall. And it looked like a pendulum. I said, hey, Mark, I said, go over there and look at that. I said, is there a pendulum swinging in there? Because I said, it looked like it. He goes, nope. And he said, it's a wind-up. He says, there shouldn't be no ticking. And then that's when we hollered at you guys. It's like, hey, come check this out, because it was definitely ticking, and there's no reason for it to be ticking.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. So I have a question. Is it possible for it to tick, the mechanisms to be ticking, even though to us it's not working?
If
because
it has not been wound up, it will
not tick. No. I need to ask her about that.
Because I've got one upstairs that my mom had that's
just like that.
That you got to wind it up with keys, and it does not make no noise at all.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have made any noise whatsoever at all. I mean, and sometimes those clocks are so old, the springs are sprung in them, and they ain't gonna move anyhow.
Right.
So.
And then this is the casket that my friend was attached to, my fellow Mason.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Especially when you put your ring on there.
Oh my God. I have a Masonic ring, and I would lay it on top of the casket there where the legs would be. Leave it there for a minute, maybe two. When you took it off and put it on, it was ice cold. Like he was touching it or something. Blew me away.
I felt that.
The embalming table was kind of interesting too when we laid on it.
Did you lay on it, Sean?
Oh yeah. It felt like somebody was kind of pressing on top of my chest, just kind of lightly, like kind of pushing down on me. But when it got to my ankles, when they said it felt like somebody was pulling them, it kind of felt like it was squeezing my ankles. I don't know, maybe like possibly putting a needle or something in there. It kind of felt like they were squeezing both sides of my ankles, not really pulling me, but that was definitely strange.
Well, that guy that took us, what was his name that took us through the tour? He said he laid on it, and it actually felt like somebody was grabbing a hold of his ankles and pulling him.
Yeah, that guy that was with Stephanie.
I
don't remember what his name was.
I don't remember what it was neither.
That's the embalming table right there.
Yeah. But it kind of felt like they were kind of pinching
We
both
don't see
sides of my
anything.
ankles. Well, I can see
Mhm.
it.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. It,
Mhm.
like it said, it felt
Mark,
like somebody
I sent you a
squeezing
couple
both
pictures. I
sides.
didn't know if you might want to use them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that is the original table.
one of them. Yeah, that other
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
The pink one wasn't original.
Oh, it wasn't.
No,
Oh, I thought it was.
just the white one.
Oh,
No, just the white one is original.
well, because remember I asked him if that's real because it looked like there was blood on it down at the bottom.
Yeah, I think that was donated from somewhere.
Oh, okay.
But this one is the original, the white one. And the casket that Mark showed was also donated. And just recently they found out that there was a gentleman attached to it. They don't know a whole lot. They know that his name is Doug.
Mhm.
And he lived in Florida, but he's from Fort Wayne. And he died of a heart attack, and he was confused as to why he was there. And I'm
Mhm.
assuming that the only thing I could assume was he didn't understand why he wasn't in Florida.
How long ago did they say when he died?
No,
I didn't think so.
I don't know if that paper on there had any information on it, Mark. Did you
I
read
don't
it?
think so.
No, you just said do not touch.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
I guess in the past they've had some people actually try to lay in that coffin.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
they don't like anybody to touch it.
Yeah. Well, Mark got a response out of it. That's for sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. This symbol here is on both sides of almost every doorway. And this is supposed to be, hey, Tim, part of Robert Bell's family crest is
Mhm.
what we were told. And they are on every doorway, both sides. And the picture,
I didn't really see him upstairs. I seen him downstairs.
right. And that is because when Robert Bell passed away,
That noble.
the Noble guy owned a lumber company. And he had a lumber company in 3 or 4 states. So the upstairs is, I don't know, was there any up there? Do you guys
I don't remember seeing any of those upstairs.
Now this fireplace here is downstairs in the lobby. This
No,
was
that's in his office.
yeah, this is Robert
Yeah.
Bell's attorney office. That's a picture of him and Clara on each side. The tiles in that fireplace are from Italy.
Yep.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think, didn't she say that some of these artwork, the wood, was from Italy also?
I think
Yes.
so.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
So
you
when
can see right
all
here.
this- yeah.
You can see right there. There's that family crest.
Yeah.
Well, the woodwork was pretty intricate on a lot of things downstairs for sure.
Very detailed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Robert and Clara were well-known folks in Fort Wayne at that time. Clara founded the art museum there. She
Mhm.
also was an advocate and founder for women's rights.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the things in here came from Italy. I mean,
See, there's that crest there. At
there's
the,
the
top.
crest at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And I've tried looking up their crest, but I don't.
I wonder if maybe that right there across the fireplace ain't it.
Across the top of the mirror
Yeah.
has, I think it might be pieces, because when I looked it up,
Right, because I've always seen these things here.
yeah, above the
Yeah.
mirror.
Yeah. On the crest, but I never really seen. There was one that had maybe like a circle in it, but
This is what I'll show you what I found. I haven't found anything too similar.
yeah.
I think this was custom ordered, custom manufactured, and custom installed.
Yeah, and I think that the lady is right. It's probably
Kind of.
From Italy.
Mm-hmm.
But I've looked for that crest, and I have not been able to find. And I think what it is, it's a piece of their family crest. I don't think it's the whole amount.
Right.
Maybe this here.
Can you pull that crest up again real quick?
Can you zoom in on it? Or
Yeah, can you zoom in on that crest on that door?
Yeah. I've actually got a close up of. I got another picture. Hold on.
Okay, that's a bell. This is a bell here. Let's see.
There's a
That's
bell.
No, this one right here is actually a belt buckle.
Oh yeah, I see.
But some that I found, have the squiggly, but a lot of family crests do. And I have not been able to find it.
There it is. It almost looks like a wreath with the bow in it.
Yeah.
Now, I found one. Now, there is one that's similar to that. Does that look like it's got a...
See, that almost looks like a knife handle there.
It does. With the tassel.
Mm-hmm.
They're like some kind of sword.
Let's see.
I seen that.
Let's see if this is a...
Those
It kind of
bells.
does
Yeah.
look like a bell. Oh, let me send you this picture, Mark, and see if you think that this might be close to that. Because I was...
There was one.
This one?
No.
Oh.
I think there was another one that was kind of close to that. Maybe that was it there.
And see if we're... That one up there?
I think
Oh, look. I mean, there's so many...
That's the belt.
That.
See, it's still the belt buckle.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to find somebody else's, crest, because you got to have so much information to find the exact one. But
yeah,
that painting just blew me away.
Where was that at?
In the dining room.
Really?
Yeah,
How
on the
come I didn't
right-hand
see
side.
That?
I don't know.
Yep.
I don't remember seeing it. Now, is that one that she did?
No, these are, they had a couple auction pictures hanging up.
Because I know the one above the fireplace is somebody painted of her.
Right.
Yeah.
Clara.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I like the one, if I can find the picture. Let me see if I have it.
Did you put in like John Bell crest?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I did, was I put in
Okay, I see.
Robert Bell.
There's a creepy one for you, Mark.
Oh yeah, I got that one too. Yeah. Yep.
Did you happen to take a picture of the picture that was above the fireplace in there? The
Which
one of
one?
Clara?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Clara was an artist, and
Maybe she's the one that designed that.
I don't know.
I mean,
She
it
was
could be a
an artist.
possibility.
She did a lot of painting. So the painting that was above the fireplace in the dining room, she absolutely did not like because she didn't like how the dress looked,
Nope.
is what they said.
No, they said she didn't like the dress. She didn't like the pose. She didn't like anything
Right.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's her.
Uh-huh. $1901.
Yeah.
That was the year he passed.
That was the year he passed. So that picture is probably somebody else.
Well,
It's
she
probably
is.
family pictures.
I'm saying she is wearing a black dress. Maybe that's the dress she wore to his funeral.
You mean the one in the middle painting?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Does it say 9 on it underneath of it?
I'm trying to see where she's at because that looks like that's the ceiling.
I know.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, this is the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a date on that big picture?
1877.
Yeah. 1877.
Yep. And here they are with him and her and their little girl who passed away.
Their little girl was only 11 months old.
Well, I don't
So
know
I'm
who
not
this is.
sure if that's them or not. I think some of these may just be family pictures of
Yeah.
other people, mom or something, or his mom maybe.
Because this picture of these two kids was 1908.
Yeah, see, I don't know. They could be nieces and nephews. But that looks like her on the steps with her dog. I think they told us that was her.
Yep.
didn't they?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's her on the steps with her dog.
Oh, what's
Uh-huh.
it say right here?
It says, what's that say? Aunt?
Aunt Eddie?
Aunt Caddy.
Oh, Aunt Caddy. Okay, maybe that was her nickname.
And the dog's name, I can't read it.
Looks like Ryan.
Might be.
Brian? Yeah, I don't know.
At home, Fort Wayne.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can tell it's on the front steps out
yeah,
there.
you can tell. Yeah. I mean, I just could not stop mentioning how beautiful that place was. I mean, there was just so. I love old things, especially wood, and man,
Yeah,
awesome.
it was definitely unique. Did you guys get to go up to the third floor where I stayed at that night? Did you ever go in there?
Yeah,
our REM pod and cat ball was going crazy.
yeah, it would not stay off. When you put it on the bed, that was supposed to be the servants' quarters where they slept or where she slept, whoever she was.
There was a lady
Yeah.
that does not like anybody being in that room.
Yeah.
Or sleeping in that bed.
She didn't bother me one time. The only thing I thought when I laid down and I slept there, I thought at the very beginning when everybody started settling down, it felt like somebody touched my back, and that was it. But she told me I could stay there. She had come over the REM pod because we were asking questions. She says, because Mark asked, he says, can Sean sleep in this bed? And it went green. And it's like, then he said, can I sleep in that bed? And it goes blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
They did that to Mandy too. They didn't want her to stay in there. She said, you want Pam to stay in there? And it went green.
So, well, there goes again. There's our connection again, Pam. So,
I know. It's crazy.
So this is the actual front of the home. Here's one of the stained windows that are in there. This is one of the fireplaces. This is the dining room. That's the picture you're talking about right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that she hates.
Yeah. And the girl standing in front of that wood door, that's Angie. That's the owner.
Oh, here?
Yeah. That's Angie. I think. Maybe not. It's Samantha. Okay. My bad.
Is that the
That
box
was
you laid in?
crazy.
Is that the
Yeah,
box you girls laid in?
No.
No, we didn't lay in it. Did you?
No, I didn't
No.
feel any energy off that. But there's like some pictures there of the people that was supposedly shipped in some of those boxes right
These
down
were
there.
actually shipping boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a picture of someone there that was it John Dillinger, or was that one upstairs?
It was John Dillinger's right-hand man.
Yeah.
Is that who was in the basement, the picture, or was that upstairs?
That was upstairs.
Okay, so the one that was downstairs, I can't remember who it was, but he was actually shipped there in that box.
You know
what I'm talking
the
about
one
in the
where
basement?
we first went in?
Yeah.
Wasn't there a picture of a couple guys?
Yeah, there was a picture of two guys
Yeah,
there.
I can't remember what their one was. William.
There's the bill.
Mm-hmm.
What was his name? William.
William something. I can't remember.
I'll go through the tour video and see
Mm-hmm.
who that was. Because yeah, you're right. That was William. That's why she was getting Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But anyway, I think what amazes me is all the wood. Oh my. I mean, and there's more than one staircase.
I know.
I loved it. And then on the second floor, they had the original embalming room. And when they grew in business, they built the one across the hall. The room that was in front of the actual embalming room, those two rooms across from each other.
Did you guys go in there and do anything in that room?
Yeah, that was where the dollhouse was.
The dollhouse was in the basement. We're talking about the second floor.
No, we're talking. Second floor.
I thought you were talking about that picture that you were just showing where.
Yeah, I'm going to try to find it.
Baby boxes were.
Oh
no.
Now,
yeah, these are the baby body boxes here. These are for infants.
Yeah. There are a couple that are actual caskets that are donated, and people leave these toys for the kids and money and candy, and you'll find that again in the men's room upstairs, the poker room.
Mm-hmm.
They leave gifts for them.
That was pretty cool in there.
Yeah, now that was cool.
Playing poker with the spirits. That was
except for I didn't
unique.
win. I never won anything.
She never won anything.
Don't take me to a poker place.
She said, "Don't take her to a poker place." But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, there's so much stuff there, and I don't think that one night is enough. I really don't. There's Clara.
Mm-hmm.
And there she is in that black dress again. She did not like that painting somebody did of her, though.
Mm-mm.
Now, and keep in mind that they rent this out for weddings, all kinds of things. I mean, this place is huge. It's 15,000 square feet. It's absolutely beautiful. And there's the lobby.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just can't say enough.
That's the embalming room.
Yeah, the embalming room, if you've seen the picture on the gurney, that was an original picture of that room. It's got that table in it, and it's got this other thing in it, whatever.
The only thing is they put the casket here.
Yeah, but the picture that they had sitting on the gurney was a picture of that room.
Right. That is correct.
So I'm going to see if I can find that guy's name that we see.
And this is how intricate the woodwork is. I mean, just
Oh, I know. I mean,
Mhm.
every piece. It's like it. I mean, the beds and stuff that are there are not the originals, of course, but they fit in so well you would never guess that it.
And again,
Mhm.
here's the family crest.
Again, yeah. On the
Mhm.
wind, that's a window, yeah.
Yep. Here's a look from the outside. Beautiful home.
Yeah, it is. And I'm from Fort Wayne, and I can tell you that this was a very popular funeral home. I've never been in it, but I've heard of it.
Here's a close up of one of the body boxes. And these are made of cedar. So they're still looking beautiful inside.
Mhm. Even that dollhouse that was downstairs in the basement was pretty intricate. I mean, it had everything in it, down
I
Yeah,
to
know.
milk
that was
jars
also
and
donated.
everything in there.
Yeah, that was also donated to them. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and when places like this come open, it's amazing how people donate important things to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't wait to go back. I really can't. Um, I mean, before we even got there, why Mandy was outside, I even said she's going to go back there, and I'm sure she will. But I want to go back there.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I actually do too.
Yeah,
Okay, Sean, here you go. Here you go, Sean. I found it. Here's the dollhouse.
yeah,
It is a beautiful dollhouse.
it is.
And we put our cat ball right here on this ledge. And then we put it right here in this window.
Actually, it was
And
the one above it.
up here, yeah, up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were going off.
Mhm.
They had some candy laying on the table at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, it was intricate on the inside. I mean, if you go back and watch our live, you'll see some of it because I actually went through that dollhouse and we were talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that dollhouse is very detailed. I mean, like the whole house. I mean, there's details everywhere.
It
Um,
almost it almost seemed like that child was staying in a certain area of the house where that bulb was lighting up all the time. So I went around and looked at it, and it's like it had books there, like it was
Oh,
a small
wow.
library part, and it had the milk container sitting on top of one of the little things. And I think there was even a cat in that room. And I just thought it was kind of interesting that the fact that, it was just in that little certain area where that ball was sitting on the
mhm.
backside.
That's how they decorate
Yeah.
it for Christmas.
Oh wow.
Can you? I mean,
I would have. Oh God, me and Pam would have a blast in that place.
I know. I did find a picture of that place. And let's see. I'm not sure what year it was. Let's see. 1984. I'll send this to you, Mark, just so you can see what it looked like in 1984. The lobby. Um, it was crazy.
That's a
I
drone
mean, it's
shot.
still. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of activity on where we were at. So
Okay, so I messaged the owner and asked her if anybody had ever mentioned anything about the clock, and she said no. So, Mark, if you can send me that picture, I'll send her a picture of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, they've definitely changed the carpet since then.
yeah,
Yeah, but they have new owners so you know.
Because here's a drinking fountain.
Yeah. And that probably had a drinking fountain there when it was a funeral home, I would assume.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I would say there.
yeah. And you know, the big room where we had everything set, our cameras, our TV set up and stuff, where you guys had your stuff too. That was probably where most of the funerals were held.
That's where it was. That little room off to the side is where like the family and stuff set.
Right. I mean, you know, I actually sent the owner a message and thanked her for letting us all come. And
oh wow, I don't remember.
That's cool. That. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, I do. It was in that room across.
Yeah.
Oh, across from the old
embalming room is where that was.
Yeah. Did you see that flower arrangement that was in the same place? Mandy went crazy over that. She loved that. Yeah. So what equipment do you think that you guys got the best response from?
Well, it all depends. In the basement was the cat balls. The little girl was hitting the cat balls left and right. Up in the embalming room, when I was talking to the Masonic guy, it was the REM pod giving me answers.
And also in the quarters upstairs.
We never really got anything in that bedroom where we slept, where the little boy was.
Yeah, we never got anything in there where that little boy was, where Adam was.
Right.
Me and Mark went in there for a while, and we couldn't get a response out of him either.
Yeah, and they said that, you know, sometimes he will, sometimes he won't. So he's pretty picky.
This lady's eyes, this painting, her eyes look so real. And she is staring right into you.
Yeah.
Oh, I was getting ready to say something just touched my leg.
Some of those paintings are pretty unique.
They actually, some of those paintings, if you notice, had numbers on them. They had auction paintings up there. So, I'm assuming. So, some of those paintings were not to the house. But, oh, look at you, Mark. You got all kinds of pictures. There's Clarabelle.
That's the painting she hates.
Yeah, and that was in his office downstairs in the lobby.
Oh, wait a minute. Stop for a second. There right in front of the table. It looks like the table. Look to the left right there. Yeah, go to your left a little bit. Yeah, it looks like a face right there.
Yeah, and almost like a cat or a dog right there underneath the table.
Yeah. Just like when they...
See, there's his eyes, his nose, and there's an ear right there.
Yeah.
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 Or even eyes just underneath the table.
Right here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, look at this. This is an eye, guys. That's a full-blown eye right there.
And a nose, too. I wonder what would have happened, Mark, if we'd have put the different colored lights on those paintings like we did in Manless, if they would change and we'd see different things.
I don't know.
Like
I wish we had
that one.
I wish we had time for that. That's the actual mansion. Anyway, that's a lot of the pictures.
Yeah.
Disheartening for me that they don't have the poker room, but okay. I won 4 hands that night, by the way. That one spirit owes me a horse.
There you go. It's probably Robert.
Probably.
I would say it's Robert.
That was definitely interesting. I mean, and then it was really weird when we brought up a certain thing, and then all of a sudden it just got dead quiet.
Yeah. Yep.
Because we said, is there something here that we need to look for? And all of a sudden, nothing.
Like something hidden.
Yeah.
That's what Mandy said too.
Mm-hmm.
Mandy kept saying there was something
There was
hidden.
something hidden somewhere.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Just-
she didn't
just
know
remember-
if it was a book or a letter or.
Because remember when we were sitting there playing poker, I said, is there something hidden in this house that we need to find?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you did.
And all of a sudden, it just goes
Yeah.
quiet.
I think Mandy said something when we first started.
Well, I think it was was it when we went in that poker room the first time?
Yeah, but I think she also mentioned it downstairs when
Might
she
have
was
been.
using the brainwave. Because when she got done, didn't she say something about she felt like there was something hidden, like a book? I know
think
she set it up. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. So I think she said it a couple times. So
As big as that house is, it would not surprise me if there's quite a few things hidden in the house.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. Like I said, we found stuff hidden in this house in the banisters.
yeah.
Yeah. My brothers found money in there from where them old ladies
Hid their money
was
and
hiding their money down in
Yeah.
there. Wouldn't tell me how much they found because they didn't want to have to share it with me.
Well, we were on an investigation one time that it was the Galesburg residence and didn't paranormal stuff in the bedpost
Mhm. Mhm.
when they were there the first time. Yeah, they found like teeth in there and stuff. It was weird.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. We should actually go back there.
Oh, most definitely we will.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know when, what, how, or anything like that, but
Mhm.
I think it's an awesome place.
Yeah.
I
And
think the next time we go back, it should be like a couple of days.
oh yeah, because like I said, I don't think that one day or one night was enough. I mean, because there's so much there. I mean, I think we had some names coming through the spirit box when we were on the second floor and you guys were on the third floor. And
Mhm.
I think what was something like, what was it, Steve or I'm trying to think of what the names were. I mean, there was a couple names come through.
Yeah.
So I don't remember what they all were, but
We had quite a few come through that night. A lot of names.
yeah. Do what?
I think the
Go ahead.
most we had is when we were up in the servants' quarters.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think we got I'll tell you what, when Mandy was on the second floor laying on that table, she was doing the Estes at the same time. We were asking questions, and some of those questions, the answers matched. I mean, right away.
Uh-huh.
That was cool. And I tried getting something in there, but we never got anything from Doug. But and then before we went in there, we just had the spirit box in the hallway. We had it in one of those rooms right there in front of the embalming room. And there was names coming through, numbers. Like she asked how many spirits were still left in the house, and it said 7.
No. It was 20.
Well, that was 20 in the embalming room, but we got 7 now.
I think we got 4 or 5 up there in the servants' quarters.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Miss Mandy.
You know, for a Motley Crew, we take pretty good pictures.
Well, if you
Well,
can block
speak-
out the chip
speak
with the
for
green shit on her
yourself.
shirt.
That's a good picture right there.
Of the four of you.
Of the four of you.
You
Oh,
two.
Yeah.
But the better one is, there you go. Now that's a cool picture.
That's almost the face I have when she scares the hell out of me in the basement.
Oh, yeah. You really need to pull that video up.
Tell Mandy to send it to you.
Yeah. You should have it. You don't have it?
No.
Okay. Let me see if I can send it to you.
That's okay.
I don't know if it'll let me, but I'll try. It's a pretty darn good video, I think.
Oh, she posted.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
she posted it.
Oh, I hadn't seen it yet.
I haven't
Oh,
either.
boy.
I haven't gotten any messages on it yet, so
Maybe it is maybe it's on TikTok. That might be where I seen it. It's probably on TikTok, so I don't think I can take it off there and share it. I thought it was on Facebook, but it's not.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I hadn't seen it pop up yet.
So, hey, I have some more history about the Bell Mansion. I don't know what all you guys have done, but last night Mandy was doing a live at her house.
Okay, maybe that's the bill that she was getting.
Yeah,
Not
because
the
it was
guy,
William
not
Noble.
the guy downstairs, but
Yeah,
him.
she kept getting a bill, and we think it might be William Noble. But last night she was doing a live outside of her house, and I said, you need to ask if Kenneth is there, and it kept lighting up the cat ball because she also has had somebody follow her from there. She was the other day with earplugs in because it's loud in the factory, and she could hear that woman humming that she heard when we were at the Bell Mansion. So last night when she was doing her live, when I told her to ask for Kenneth, she asked for Kenneth and the ball lit up. Kenneth is William Noble's son.
How many, did it say how many kids they had? One.
They both families had one child. Kenneth for the Nobles and Bessie for the Bells.
I wonder, Mark, when we were downstairs with the dollhouse, because we actually asked, is there a little girl there? And it lit up green. And then we also asked if it was a little boy there. And it lit up at the same time. So I think both of them were down there at one time.
Well, keep this in mind that it was a funeral home. And what you have surrounding that house is children's caskets. And there could be hundreds of people attached to that place. I mean, it could be the children from who those caskets and those boxes belong to. So it's hard to say.
Because we actually got a response out of, are you a little boy and are you a little girl? And we didn't get no names, but we got positive for green on both of them, that there was actually a little boy and a little girl there. So,
well, just like the little girl lighting up the cat ball when we were all went up to the second floor where that clock was at, Mark started singing and they kept lighting up the ball. You know, so there's not probably per se who they can say is actually there, because imagine how many were there in over 93 years.
Well, it would be kind of interesting if we had, like I said, if we had more time to just jot down some names and actually see if they had any records of anything that we could match up or come close to. You know,
Mhm.
if we did get some names, that would be something definitely to do because, like I said, there's a lot of energy there.
Right. That's why I asked Mandy to ask for Kenneth last night, because last night I found his name. And before I could not find their son's name. And when I asked, he kept lighting up the ball. So I don't know if he followed her, or you know how
The
spirits
lady,
can travel.
whoever the lady
Mhm.
was.
Yeah. And the lady, I think was his mother, Laura, that is actually doing the humming.
Oh.
That's what I think. I could be wrong, but it was just something I
Yeah.
got. That's just what I was getting at the time, you know. So anyway, what I was going to tell you about the history is William Noble's son was president of a factory in Fort Wayne, and it has downsized, but it is still there. And his son actually runs it now.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have grandchildren's name. I was asking her about that today. We actually asked the owner to come on the podcast with us today. She is currently sick, and they had an event at the Bell House today, so we didn't have a volunteer to come on to answer any questions. But the next time they would like to be on. So I told her that, you know, maybe there'll be another time that they can.
Definitely.
And then we can get Mandy with it, and, you know, and then have, after we've gone through some of our video, because we haven't even had a chance to go through the camera footage that we had downstairs at all yet.
Yeah.
How long was that on? Do you know?
All
Before it
night.
shut off? Oh, I thought it shut off.
It did once. I turned it back on.
Oh, okay.
When we originally went down there, we turned it on, and then we come back up to get the rest of our stuff, and then we went back down, and that's when we started investigating in that spot, and it was off then. So then we turned it back on.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I got to mention the elevator in the garage actually works. There's a fireproof door in front of the elevator. So when the elevator was not in use, it was to be kept shut. But that elevator actually works.
Oh, wow.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, but it's not something, you know, that you can get in and go up there, but it does work. I was surprised after all that many years that it worked, but they said that it did.
Well, that's the one we're talking about, is the elevator casket. That's what they use to bring the bodies up and down.
Yeah.
I can't believe they took them all the way up to the third floor, though.
They took them to the second.
Well, there was in the, what do you call it?
Maid's quarters?
Servants' quarters, yeah.
Yeah, there was an elevator.
Yeah, that elevator went clear straight up.
Well, the reason why,
servants.
that's for the servants, because servants were not allowed to be seen in the house. So they had to use the elevator to go up to their quarters.
And that's the same one they used with the bodies, wasn't it?
Well, that was afterwards, yeah.
That was after, yeah. Because remember, it was a funeral home after. So
they weren't allowed on the other side.
They were not
of the
allowed,
house.
right. And servants normally aren't seen unless they're serving food. And I only know that because we had a servant. So, and she wasn't allowed to, you know, she had her own little section and it was off the kitchen. So I was going to tell you something else and now I don't remember what it was. Darn it. It came and it went.
I did think it was funny when Mark ordered food for us that night when he was ordering us Taco Bell. The driver pulled up. He says, "I'm the only one that comes here because nobody else will come here."
Yeah, and I can't believe there's no pizza delivery at night. What the heck?
Nothing.
That was crazy, man.
That was crazy.
All there was Taco Bell and Rallies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was it.
Some places
That's
are
crazy.
still hanging on to those COVID hours, man.
Well, if anybody wants to make a good living, that's what they need to do is open a pizza shop for all night for everybody that goes to the Bell Mansion.
Yeah, no doubt.
What?
Moose.
They
Oh,
could
I don't
actually make some good money there.
Yeah.
Actually make some
I mean,
good
they
money.
could make money, I mean,
Oh yeah.
I think Taco Bell is
Crazy.
only 2 or 3 blocks away.
yeah.
But yeah, nobody would go there, he said, because they know what was there and they didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't like they had to go inside.
Right.
Oh, come on. That's the best part.
It is.
They
It
could
is.
do a drive-by drop.
Yeah.
Did you ask the guy to come in, Mark, when he came?
He said he was not getting out of his car.
Oh.
I said, why not? He goes, this place is haunted. I said, yeah, I know. That's why we're here. I says, can I tell you something? He goes, what? I said, there's nothing in here that's evil. All the spirits are very nice.
Yeah.
You know, they're very polite to us. They're responding to us. And if they don't want to talk, they just don't want to talk.
Right. And as old as that place is, 130 years old, it's amazing that you never felt anything like that. Anything.
Mhm.
People, there was no bad to it.
I'm sure there's been a few grumpy old men came through there while it was a funeral home, but apparently they crossed over.
Well, they like to play poker. You should
Oh.
talk about that. Yes.
Man,
That was
That-
awesome.
they were even telling us who had the best hand.
Yeah.
And it sure wasn't me.
Lori didn't win anything
I don't think
I think
me and Mandy. Yeah, that's kind of funny.
because they don't like women in that room, and neither one of the women won at all.
Yeah,
I think I only won one hand.
because I think Mandy had a full house. You had straight, didn't you,
Yeah.
Mark?
I had a straight flush when she had a full
Yeah.
house. I beat her
Yeah.
full house.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
is so crazy. That was a lot of fun, though.
That
And
was
hey, I
definitely
did,
the first.
I did scrying in that room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
And
Which
the spirits did not want us to quit playing cards.
Oh no, they wanted you to stay there all night.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And they said, at 3:00 is when it gets really active there, and it did. I mean, they
Yep.
were not ready for anyone to leave that room.
I was very disappointed though, because I paid money for a girl and I never got her. They came on. Hey, they came on the REM pod and said green. They said, "Yeah, we'll get one."
Well, I'm going to keep my mouth shut on that one.
I
'Cause podcast.
got a girlfriend and you can't see her.
That's the one that pushes you down in bed, Mark.
It pushes me down the stairs.
I really wish that there would have been more. I wish you guys could have been with Mandy a little bit more, and things like that. But
Yeah.
how things just keep on going, so.
That's good, Moose.
Yeah, that's good news.
So,
Yeah. It
But
was a
it's
great
good that-
investigation, though.
But it's
Oh,
good
yeah.
that everybody got a response. Everybody got responses out of every part
Yeah.
wherever we went. So
Yeah. I don't think Mandy is done reviewing all of her stuff either, but
Well, you can't be. It's almost 8 hours worth of material.
I know it takes a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It
Heck,
takes some time.
I was driving on autopilot on the way home.
Oh, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
I bet.
So was I.
Yeah. I looked over. He passed out.
I was driving.
Yeah,
I was out.
he was gone.
I couldn't do it.
All I needed was 4 hours, and I was good.
Yep.
Yeah, Lori and Mandy slept better than I did, I think. I don't know. Well, I don't know if Mandy slept good.
I-
Evidently,
think
I must have slept
just-
pretty damn good because I was
She did.
snoring.
I think I heard somebody sneaking up the back room at their house.
What?
Did Lori sneak up the back room of her house when she got home?
Did
No.
you sneak up the back, Lori?
Sneak up the back.
Yeah, when you got
Yeah.
home early in the morning.
Oh, yeah, I did. I didn't
Yeah.
sneak. I just came on in and went to bed. There wasn't nobody home.
I think you were worried about your grandkids being there, wasn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they were
Hmm.
at their other grandma's, so
It worked out for you. Yeah, Guardian actually let me sleep when I got home for a while, so I was all right.
Yeah, the little girl down in the basement, though, she wouldn't really talk. I tried numerous times to get her to talk. I even had the parabolic microphone. Nothing,
Really?
Mm-mm. She'd trigger the balls and the cat balls, but she would not whisper, wouldn't talk. Of course, it was hard because every time the air conditioner kicked on, boom, boom, all these switches are going in. You're like, oh my God. And then when the air conditioner kicks on, it sounds like a hurricane in the basement. You can't do nothing with a parabolic down there.
But yeah,
I'm
when you were singing, you got a response because those balls lit up.
Yeah.
I always get a response when I sing.
Yeah.
Got 2,300 responses last night.
Did you?
That place.
It was unbelievable, man.
I was
I
standing
bet.
on the corner. I was standing on the corner of the stage. You had people coming up and putting cameras right in their face, trying to
Yeah.
Yeah.
take.
I
And
see
there was
video.
a 14-year-old girl named Charlotte there last night. It was her 14th birthday. And
Wow.
she is my mega fan. And I had a microphone, about a $2,000 maybe microphone that got dropped and broke.
What?
And not last night, it's been years ago, and I just keep it in my car.
Oh.
And I just went to my car on break and I got a silver Sharpie and I autographed it, and that's what I gave her for her birthday present.
Oh,
that's
that's cool.
And her dad says she will hang that in her bedroom forever.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the
Yep.
crowd looked really big. I mean, I've seen the videos.
Well, we had,
Yeah.
it went all the way to the street. And then what the cameras couldn't see was across the road, there was another big parking lot, and that was full.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could not walk in there.
Yeah. The owner said, he said, we've never sold so much beer in our life.
Really? So are they booking you to come back next week?
Next year.
Yeah.
Guaranteed next year, yeah. Now, we do have a show coming up locally. It's the Mackinac Winery. That'll be coming up here pretty soon. That's a big outdoor event. And we're probably expecting 3,000 to 4,000 at that one.
Wow.
Yep.
We actually
that's
picked
cool.
up. We actually picked up another client too last night.
Yes, and this is going to be really good.
So,
Go ahead, Sean. Tell them.
it's what do they call them?
He's a social worker.
That's right, a social worker. They got a kid or a boy or somebody that's having experiences with paranormal and some families, and they want us to come in and go check it out.
Yeah, he's got numerous families that are having experiences, and he says, would you guys check it out for me? I go, sure. We'll go there and check things out.
So we're
Just
supposed
as
to get
long
the
as-
So is
this is-
this Is this like a placement where a child has been at different
I don't know.
places,
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't got the details on it yet. He said he'll talk to us Friday when he comes to the
Go
concert.
ahead, Sean. Take this. I got to go for a minute.
And we're going to talk to them and get all the information then. And unless he's already sent it on the page by the time we get there Friday. But yeah, there's a lot of going on with a few different people that he wants us to go in and check things out. So that's going to get interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if it's not a placement, like
It could be.
a child's been at all those places, or children from the same parents.
We've also got another one. A lady here in Galesburg, where I live at, wants us to come and check out her place. And she said her son is seeing dark shadows all the time of shadow people. And when he dreams, he's sitting in another location, like like pilgrim type clothes. And when he wakes up, all of a sudden he's just back. It's like he's talking to whoever's there. And her boyfriend won't even sleep in the same room with her because he says when he wakes up and looks at her, there's a black mass over her.
And this is the same woman that has the child that's seeing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She says she thinks that they picked up something at a location they used to live at. I won't say where it's at, but they rented a house one time, and she says when they went there, they had obsidian in every one of the windows. And they had a broom across the steps. And when she picked it up and moved it, when they moved into that house, then all of a sudden things started from there. So she thinks it kind of followed her from that location.
Okay, I remember them talking about that
I
the
did
other
too.
night.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy.
That's going to be something really interesting too. So,
but
yeah,
it sounds like that young kid might be clairvoyant.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
She said he is actually classified as schizophrenic, and he hears hears 3 different voices in his head. One's a Russian and 2 other type voices all the time.
Wow, it's really messed him up then.
So that's going to be interesting. That'll be the first time.
He's probably pretty young. That's why, probably. That's why he's.
I think she said he was 13.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So that will definitely be interesting when we encounter that, because we haven't encountered anything similar to that type of a situation yet. But that'll be interesting. But her boyfriend, she was saying her boyfriend says he's the son of the devil. And I said, well, that's not a very good sign right there either. I said, you shouldn't be saying that, because that's just bringing it on.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. When things like that are happening, you need to be careful about what you're thinking and about what you're saying.
Yeah, because you're putting that into the world, whatever you're putting.
Right. You're putting that out there.
Manifesting is like, that's the word I'm looking for. Manifesting what you say. And
I wonder if it would help if the mom did affirmations and burnt her affirmations under the full moon. You know what I mean? Like if she needs peace, she needs to write that down and burn it. Whatever she needs to write it down and burn it under the full moon. And that might help. That might help.
But I'm definitely interested in talking to that little boy, because I'd like to see what he's actually seeing, because she said he sees a lot of things.
Wow. Well, the other thing is if the boyfriend is saying things that could cause problems.
Well, it could be manifesting some of it.
Yeah, if he's thinking it and saying it, you got to be careful about that stuff.
We had an instance where we know what the problem was. We told them what the problem was, And, you know, when that person was gone, they didn't have any issues. But when that person returned, the problems come back.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that'll definitely be interesting when we get that one scheduled and put down in the books.
Yeah.
And that's something a lot of people don't understand is when you're dealing with spirits, you have to clear your mind before you go in. You cannot have no ill will, ill intent. You have to be level. And whatever happens, happens. You walk in there and you got some grumpy spirit says, I'm going to scratch you. No? All right. Here. Do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're going to scratch me, scratch me. You know? Right, Bernice? If she can hear me.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that
you.
was from
That's over
a
it.
couple
That's
weeks
over.
ago.
Yeah, it's over at JoJo's house. Yep, I sat in her chair and she didn't like it.
Like I said, your ghost bait, I sat in the same chair. And you get scratched, you get choked. You just need that shirt that says ghost bait.
So also, I think that, you know, not just when you're going somewhere to investigate, but at any time, whatever you give out is what you're going to receive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
And, you know, if you, you know, are testing the spirits and being da-da-da, you know, I don't think that you should do that either. I don't know what I want to call it. What do I want to call
Provoking.
it? Provoking. Yeah. I don't think that's,
Agitating.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you're provoking, you know, you're just asking, you know, for things to happen.
Yep.
I think you get better response if you go in there and being polite and not being
Right.
You know.
Yeah. So, hey, I got to tell you guys, we didn't tell you about this EVP that we did with, Mandy did with 2 recorders.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So one recorder is more sensitive than the other. The one recorder, we all asked questions and it skipped Lori, I think. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So she got the other recorder out. We did it again and then it got all 3 of us. But she got the second recorder out and it picked up stuff that the first recorder didn't pick up.
Hmm.
And do you remember what it said?
Well, it said 9, and then it said something else after that, but
I can't make it out.
We can't make it out what it is.
Because she asked how many children were there or how many spirits were there?
I think how many servants.
Oh, how many servants? Because
it might have been children.
Because we were in the pink room, the servants' room. That was their relaxation room. And they say that they never get responses in there. Well, Mandy did. She asked how many servants were there or how many children, I think. And it said 9. But you can hear the man say something after the 9, but I can't make it out for nothing.
Send me that file. I'll put it on my recording studio software and enhance it.
Okay. So, yeah, it was so cool. I mean, she actually got a couple things on those recorders, I think. I mean, I don't even think we played back the recording of me and her being in the box.
I don't remember you guys doing it.
Yeah, we haven't played them back.
Because
she
when
might
you
have
got
listened.
out of the box to put her in there, we heard that like somebody threw something.
Yeah, and you guys said that's where the furnace comes on?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never found anything, so maybe that is.
Yeah, there's two big contactors right before the furnace comes and goes boom, boom.
Yeah.
Oh, this was just a boom, like somebody threw a brick or something or a rock.
Yeah, they threw something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they threw something something.
Probably saying, "Get the hell out of my box."
Yeah, something.
Kick the side of the box.
Yeah.
So I'm going to send that to you, Mark.
Okay.
Because I think I had it somewhere. But I'll send it to you because I was trying to figure out what it was. And you can hear the 9, but you can hear him talking after that, but I can't make it out. I'm going to send it to you real quick. And you might be able to listen to it real quick and see what you think. I might have just sent you the wrong one. I think I did. I did send you the wrong one. I'll get it and send it to you, but yeah, it was crazy because you can hear the 9 and you can hear him say something behind it, but I just can't make it out. And honestly, the last time I listened to it, it sounded like there was more than one person talking, like there's a conversation. That's what I got the last time, but what they're saying, I have no idea.
Like I said, next time we go back, we need to at least take a couple days there.
I mean, I'm thinking, even, I mean, it doesn't have to be a night investigation. I mean, you can investigate in the daytime and they're still going to respond, surely.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a set time for a spirit to.
No, we've gotten responses during the day.
Yeah. And it can be one night and the next day or something even.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like one just walked in my back door.
I'm going to see if I can't find it and screen record it and send it to you. But it was really interesting.
How did your scrying thing come out in the poker room?
Well, I thought I could see my face change. Somebody else thought that they could see my face change. She sent me pictures. And my face was so weird. I've never felt this before, but it felt like the front of my face was tingling. But I didn't feel it anywhere else. And I was in that mirror, I know, for a good 10 minutes, if not longer, 15 minutes maybe. And I felt a lot of tingling in my face.
Huh.
At one point, it was almost numb on one side. After, so long of a time, but my face was really tingly. It was weird. I don't know. That's probably the weirdest. And I've never happened before. It's never happened before. But I don't know if that's ever happened to anybody else. I didn't ask Mandy if it ever happened to her, but it would be interesting, to ask her.
Right. It'd be interesting to even go back through some of the pictures, of what we got if it looks similar to anybody there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the pictures that she sent me was just my face getting darker, and you could only see my eyes at one point. But what I could see was my hairline changing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things on my list. I'm going to buy me one of those scrying mirrors, one of those obsidian ones.
I mean, you can use.
He had 3 of them. He had 3 of them there at the mansion for sale, right on the counter.
Well, I didn't have any extra money for it, but
Oh,
That's on the
Well,
list.
you don't have to have a special mirror.
Well,
I mean, I just used a mirror that was there.
yeah.
Here's the thing: is the lighting just needs to be of
Like
what I've
candlelight or
seen so
something.
far, like a light to where you can see your face, not
Mhm.
right in your face, but enough
Right.
light, but you don't want it to be, shadowing either.
Overbearing. Yeah, overbearing.
Yeah, overbearing. Yeah. Um,
I only got two
but
mirrors in the
I
whole
mean, you
house.
might look it up because other people might do it differently.
Yeah.
You know.
I've only got two mirrors in my whole house.
Oh well, you could use one of them. I mean, there was actually a place in the basement. It was a bathroom, and it had a little cubby to the left and a shelf at the top, like 8 foot in the air, and then a window. And she said that there was a little boy that would hide there. There was a mirror sitting there. And I told Mandy, I said, we're going to get up here and do some scrying. She said, good luck. She wasn't climbing up there. But
Hello, Adam.
yeah, it was crazy. Hi, Adam. How are you?
Hi, Adam.
Yeah, that house had so many different things going on in it. It was
Yeah, a lot of different things. I don't even know. I mean, there were so many different. I really didn't sense a lot of kids, but males were like prominent to me. But it could have been different for somebody else.
of course, you two are supermodels, so you're gonna get a
Yeah.
lot of males.
You have lost your mind.
You're gonna get a lot of male spirits around you.
You have lost your mind.
I mean, we've encountered when we've been out on investigations before that sometimes the spirits interact more with the females than it does some of us guys once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
We've definitely seen that before.
Yeah.
Yep. More so with Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tammy gets a lot of reactions.
I bet she does.
Yep.
I don't know. The
Yeah,
last couple we went on, the big cats, they didn't like me and Tammy standing there.
No.
Oh yeah.
I come over the ovulus. It says, "Don't like me," and it didn't like her. They didn't want us.
We'll
there.
have to see. Maybe on the next one we'll have Michelle do a session with the REM pod or with something. Talk to them, see if they'll interact with her.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I mean, and it's good to see different teams together and how they do things differently. And it's interesting to me to see different ways of doing things, different equipment and things like that. So I love it. So I appreciate the opportunity. Thanks, you guys.
And I had a good time.
Yeah, it was great. I thought it was great that all of us got together and collaborated on that. That was definitely unique.
And we've had a few people inquire. I've got some emails and some messages sent to me that said, "Hey, how come Enlightened Souls doesn't have anybody reading tarot cards?" Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We do have somebody. It's Pam. She's right here. She's looking at you, and she is doing tarot card readings for us on occasions. So if you want to describe a little bit more about what you want to do, Pam, and maybe what times and what days you want to do it. I don't know if you want to schedule it out like that or. But
actually, I don't have a schedule. I'm just going with the flow when I'm available. And it's 5 cards for $10. And then if you want a one-on-one, of course, it's a different price for depending on how long you want it, for 30 minutes or 60 minutes. So,
Right.
so you can actually just email Enlightened Souls or send a message. And if there's a specific day and time, then we'll see what we can do to work it out.
And you can take a picture of that query code right up there in the right-hand corner. That's the Cash App.
Yeah, I seen you did a friend of mine's reading yesterday, and it was spot on.
Thank you. I was really surprised, but she said it was spot on. And I think I'm doing a one-on-one with her tonight.
We actually had quite a bit of conversation there last night because we were all at Denny's last night, and
Yeah.
we were
Our
talking
corporate
about
office. Denny's is our corporate office.
Denny's, your corporate office.
It's the only place open all night.
We don't have a Denny's here, so I can't attend.
No, it's the only place that's open 24 hours.
We do.
Oh, look. Yeah, we do. Shh.
Well, I'd be at this one, and you guys would be at the other one.
Oh,
So
wait a minute. Is it in Noblesville?
yeah.
I actually got to Denny's last night.
Delville?
No.
Sure we do.
I actually got to Denny's last night, and I texted her. I said, "Hey," I said, "we're all here." I said, "You're just up around the corner," and she goes, "Yeah, we'll be there in a little bit."
Yeah.
So yeah, her and her friend both have energy.
Yeah,
So
they've
Yeah.
got some
Interesting.
pretty good markings in our hands, like
Mhm.
me and
Yeah,
you did.
I got that from her right away. I don't know how, but I did. And all of her cards talked about it. So
And she's a little more outgoing. Katie's a little bit more reserved. But
yeah, I picked up on her really quickly, and I knew that she was coming on there before she even got on there, but I didn't know who it was. You know what I mean? I knew there was somebody out there that I was talking about, and that was her. And that was pretty strange to me. I don't know how that happened. It just did.
Yeah, I met Katie, or not Katie, but Amber about a year ago.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, she's pretty cool. I mean, this one-on-one's going to be really interesting.
nope, wrong Katie Moose.
I don't know what he's talking about. You missed what I said about your card earlier. Let me see if I can find what card it was.
It said with the
I
glasses.
seen Nick, but I didn't see Moose's.
I seen Nick's. Yeah, I don't remember what. I don't even know if I don't remember what Moose's was. I don't know. I did somebody named Nick earlier. I gave them
You gave him a one card reading.
It's a daily message card.
Moose's is going to be, you're going to meet a beautiful woman who will fall madly in love with you. He said the card looked like a sky.
The card looked like a sky.
Let's see that.
Oh, it's this one. This is what it is, Moose. And it says, I accept renewal and delight in fresh starts, new moon. That's it, Moose.
So you're going to have a fresh start.
Maybe.
All right, Pam, you ready?
I'm ready.
Pull the middle one out. Grab one in the middle.
Oh boy. I choose to nourish myself and enrich my life. That's you,
Yep,
Sean.
There you go. There you go, Sean.
Yep.
there you go.
Hit me up.
Let's
Pick
see.
a card, any card.
Pick a card, any card.
I'll pick one for him.
Okay.
Fifth from the bottom.
The fifth card from the bottom.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh,
It's the same card. I choose to nourish myself and enrich my life. You got the same one.
We are and truly Wolf Pack, brother.
Wow.
that is wild.
That is the fifth card. Look.
Oh shit.
Fifth card. That is crazy.
I know.
That is crazy.
I seen that. We looked at each other like,
Yeah, I thought,
no way.
good pick, Sean. Good pick.
That was good.
That is good. Yeah. Yeah, these are daily message cards. It's called Moon Magic.
Yep.
Super cute little cards. And they are deep moon messages. And you can use these as a guide for that day.
Mm-hmm.
Or whenever you feel like you need to draw a card.
Yeah, you can just draw one anytime you think you
Yeah.
need it, even if it's more than once a day. So, you know,
Because I've done mine a couple of times a day.
yeah. Sometimes there's them kind of days where you need more than one.
And mine told me to go back to bed.
My card's been telling me to go to bed since 7 o'clock this morning.
I bet.
But unfortunately, I'm going to be up until way late in the evening doing things for the team. So
Oh, commitment. Hey, there you
That's what
go.
it's all about.
well, we had a meeting today with the management company of the 1918 house, and I've got to put together an intro. I got to put together different pages, and then we're going to throw like
Profiles.
each person's profile on there. Yeah,
And they're making T-shirts for that event, right?
Yep.
T-shirt and hoodies.
Oh, really? Hoodies too?
It's going to be in October. It's going to be chilly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Wow. I need one that zips up.
I love the ones. I hate the ones that pull over because you mess your
I
hair
do
all
too.
up.
I mean, I like them, but I need one that zips up.
I know, right?
You need.
I
one
don't have
zips
that hair. I don't have that hair problem.
I don't care about the hair. It's just I'm always knocking my glasses off my head or something, you know.
No,
Mhm.
mine's my hair, which I think is going to be going
Yeah.
south here soon.
Well, I had a lady tell me, she goes, Mark, if you want your hair to grow, I go, yeah. She says, buy some really good spray-on conditioner, leave-in conditioner. She goes, in the morning, you spray it, comb it in, and just leave it. And I'm telling you, my hair is growing like it used to when I was a teenager.
Wow.
Now, if it just start growing where it kind of left off, you know, that'd be good.
Well, you want me to save my hair when I cut it?
Yes. Yes, I can. Hey, I could sew that into my bandana.
There
You
you
know,
go.
I'd have long hair when I play.
Yeah.
Axel Red.
Okay, you got it. I'll tell them.
No, that's Brett Michaels, man.
Oh,
Brett Michaels does. Yeah, he does hair whips. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. So when is your next investigation?
Well, that all depends. If we decide sometime this week to go to the cemetery or wherever we want to go, we can do that. We don't have any.
Terry.
I do too. I want to do a cemetery.
Well, we've got Springdale, which is right here in Peoria, over 500,000 graves.
Wow.
And then you've got the Union one that we just went to down south of Canton.
We need to go back to.
We got to go back there because the energy was so thick.
Was that the one where
Tim ran like hell out of the timber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't see a foot in front of your face.
No, Lily, there's so much
Oh,
energy
really?
there. It's like a fog,
Wow.
and it's amazing.
I think that would be cool. I like to do a cemetery.
I would too.
And then you go out to the car where we park the car. It's like maybe what, 50 feet, 60 feet
Yeah.
from maybe the first gravestone, and it's up a hill, and you can't even see the gravestone from the car.
No,
Wow.
Oh wow.
no. But you know what really sucks? That you
What?
two got to live so damn far away from us.
Mm.
I know.
Heck, we'd be doing all kinds of investigations.
Yes, we would. Either that or beer drinking and poker, one of the two.
Well, you can leave me out of the poker. I'll drink the beer, but you can leave me out of the poker because you seen how good I play.
Well,
You just need to get a bigger table next time, and we'll have a bunch of us play.
Yeah.
I'll check on that, Moose. I'll check on it. I'm not in control of the merchandise.
Yeah, if you can do pre-sales for those hoodies and t-shirts or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're not even designing them yet, so
Well, when
I
they
gave
do.
I gave her my logo, the Enlightened Souls logo. I gave her that so the lady could use that.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you could get those, up before October and get some pre-sales.
I know. Oh, well, I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go out there to the 1918 house. So we're gonna do a couple investigations and film everything and get some video clips for them of the REM pods going off and everything going off when we're asked to, don't touch it no more. Beep, we're gonna get some good video for them to use. But
You guys had a lot of merchandise I seen pictures of a bunch of merchandise at one of your shows.
oh yeah, our merch tent is full.
I mean, you had a ton of stuff.
We got blow up guitars, we got little microphones, we got t-shirts, koozies, hoodies, you name it. I mean, if you want it, we probably got it in there. Yeah. The biggest sellers right now, since it's outdoor shows, is the kids' stuff. It's the blow up guitars, the little microphones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, because, it's a family thing that they can bring their kids to and, so that's really cool.
Yeah. We had one little boy on Friday night. Oh my God. His dad bought him this blue blow up guitar and he walks right up in front of Riley Guitars. He's going,
Yeah.
just rocking that balloon, man. Johnny gave him one of his picks. He looked at it, he went, he just rocking that thing.
That's funny.
Wow.
It's just a good influence for the kids.
Yeah. It is. And it's a way for them to get rid of all that energy they have too.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I think I've seen 30 or 40 kids up on stage with you guys at one time.
Oh, we've had 60, 80 at the winery.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
We get them all up there.
That one was packed.
Yeah, we get a bunch of kids up there. But yeah, we're doing good with the band. The paranormal team, like I said, we are slowly but surely picking up with our investigations and of course our podcasts are always good. We're trying to get the layer of the Phoenix off the ground. We had a minor setback when one of the girls left the team, so we have to just sit back and readjust and get that off the ground again.
In the crypto one too.
And the cryptid one too. Yep.
Because we talked to Tim about that today. So.
Yep.
What's
Tim
going on with the cryptid?
He's going to do a podcast, but he wants to have a couple co-hosts, one on the East Coast, one on the West Coast. So I said that's going to be kind of hard to do with both coasts because of the time differentials.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But if you can get it lined up and people agree to the times, then go for it.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
I'd say, but something like that, what people really want to see, they want to see you out in the forest looking for Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they want to see you out there tracking it.
Right.
Well, if he does like he did when we were at the cemetery, he's going to be leaving tracks out of the cemetery.
He'll be leaving his own tracks. Yeah,
I never seen anybody run so fast. When that thing, whatever it was, it
that
growled.
was funny.
He was like, boom, he was
Yeah,
gone.
that
He was
pretty
gone,
I
dude.
turned around and I'm just like watching him run. I'm like, okay.
right.
That boy can book.
He was past Mark, and Mark just, oh my God, Mark was just
I
laughing.
couldn't stop laughing. I'm like, oh my God, he's running so fast. He's going to trip over a headstone. You know?
Right.
I thought he was going to do an endo or something, man. Because
Yeah.
like I said, because the ovulus I was sitting there and listening to it, and all of a sudden it says run, and he goes, "What did it say?" I said run, and then all of a sudden he hears this growl, and he's gone.
Oh, yeah. And I looked all over with my flashlight. There was no animal in the area. But yet we heard something in there that was big enough to be like breaking twigs, and you could hear it breaking off branches and stuff. But I shined my light in there, and there was nothing.
Yeah.
We even set up a deer cam.
I mean, it could have been a spirit. I mean,
Could be.
I mean, it could easily be a spirit and not something you can actually see,
Right.
So,
Well, when we were standing in front of one of the gravestones, it said left, go left. And we were standing like right in front of it, and it said go left, and it says enter. Well, the only thing that's in that direction is the timber.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we was out there checking out the timber.
yeah. Yeah, I could also hear you laughing at him too, Sean.
Oh, I was like, really?
Oh, yeah.
He just like took off.
Right. You know what? I'll tell you a few questions that I got the other day at the Bell Mansion. Somebody said, "Do you guys ever get scared?" Well, heck yeah, we get scared. I mean, if you don't get scared, that's a dangerous thought. That's like having a motorcycle and not being afraid of what could happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, we're investigating something that's unknown.
Right. Well, and not
you
only
don't
that,
you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. And
Hell yeah, because I got scared in that basement when you guys left me out there by myself.
well, I didn't really look at it as leaving her out there by herself because we're right there in the box.
Yeah, but somebody come and take me.
Nobody's going to come and take you without being some noise.
By the time you guys get out of that box, I'd be gone.
They're dragging her up the stairs in the basement, out the front door, and down the backside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys would still be getting out of that box. I seen you.
Yeah. It was okay to get in, but getting out was another
I
story.
thought I was going to have to pull her ankles and drag her out.
Yeah. Yeah, that basement was so cool, but other people, they say, you've got that rigged or, something like that, and that's not so. Nothing is rigged and nothing is attached to a string, and we're not making things go off.
Yep.
I mean, until you actually experience some of these things yourself, they're going to be skeptics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, some people never get that opportunity to experience anything.
I myself have had so much stuff happen to me over the years that I had something at the cemetery with my brothers one time, and I called my dad, and yeah. Well, I think he was always like that too until he was in the hospital, and my brother came to him and told, because this was the first time my dad had ever been in the hospital, and he told him to listen to the doctors and do what they say so he could go home and take care of Mom. Well, little did we know my mom had breast cancer.
Oh boy.
Bad.
She didn't tell anyone.
She did not tell nobody. It had completely, it was eating her.
Uh-huh.
When I seen it, I about shit. And that's what he was trying to tell mom or tell dad.
Yeah.
But he didn't know, because I knew if he would have known, he would have said something to me. Because he
Right.
always told me everything. But don't tell.
Yeah.
But he sat out on the front porch bawling like a baby because he had to tell me this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, that
And some people just never experience anything. And, when they do experience it, some of them are not open-minded enough to think about the possibilities or accept it. So, it's different for everybody. And,
Right.
but, it's not the same for anybody anyway.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Because we're all different. So.
Very so. Everybody has their experiences the way they receive them.
Just like me,
Right.
I sit in Bernice's chair, I get scratched. Sean sits in Bernice's chair, nothing.
Yeah, that 1918 house sounds really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The night we actually stayed there, I had a sinus infection. I felt like crap that night. And
Yeah.
I was sitting in the chair in the dining room when Mark and them were asking questions, and she didn't like me sitting in that chair.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So,
but I literally watched Alex sleep on the floor, and I watched the kids roll this ball and it bounce off his head a couple times.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I'd laugh my ass off. I'm sitting there going, I can't believe he ain't waking up.
Yeah.
I thought I seen something moving.
Uh-huh.
How that damn thing do you have?
And when I went the other night when at the Bell Mansion, when everybody was asleep and I was not, at one point, that red exit sign, the light that shines in that hallway,
Mm-hmm.
just for a second, it was covered up because it went completely dark.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, damn, I wish I would have had I had my phone. I don't know why I wasn't recording anything, but I wish I would have been, but we're supposed to be sleeping.
Well, you remember
here.
that one room we went in, we smelled those flowers? It was a smell of flowers. About 4:00 in the morning, I woke up to the sound of footprints in my room, and I thought Sean was going to pull a fucking prank on me. And I opened my eyes, I looked around, there was nobody there, and then all of a sudden that smell of flowers just came.
You know what? I heard footsteps that night too.
I didn't hear anything.
But right after I heard the footsteps, the air conditioner kicked on.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't say whether it was or not.
But me being myself, I laid there. I smelled them flowers. I went, ma'am, if you want to sleep back over here, lay down. I'm fine. And I went right back to sleep.
Yeah.
Now, I smelled flowers in that room Sean slept in.
Yeah.
As soon as I walked in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe she just walks down that corridor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was the
somebody
first thing.
does, and
Sean, that's probably who you saw standing in the hallway. When we were in that room, you said,
maybe.
look.
Yeah,
it was like a gray, dark gray mist, it looked like in the hallway.
Like a mist, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like a full shadow. It was just like a dense, just denser than normal.
And when I walked down,
was it the same hallway?
Yeah.
You seen it?
Mm-hmm.
And when I walked towards it, it just went gone.
Wow. And I don't know why, but I had more of a sense for that Laura Noble than I
Mm-hmm.
did
Huh.
Clara. I don't know why that
I think
is.
even during when we were recording, when we were live, and we were talking in the servants' quarters, we were talking about, does this elevator work? I think we heard a pop on there too. If we go back and listen to it, I think that elevator popped at the time.
Well, I think when we were in there with Mandy,
It made noise.
yeah. And I think that she even asked a question and we got a yes through the
Because
spirit
she
box.
turned around and was like, what was that?
Yeah, she heard something on that elevator too in that
Mhm.
room.
Yeah, because Mark was actually standing in front of the dresser when I asked that question. And we heard a pop right there.
That's where Mandy was at.
Yeah. Yeah, she heard it too.
Well, boys and girls, it's been 2 hours.
Dang.
Goodness.
Well,
2 hours already?
time flies when you're having fun.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So, everybody, we're going to wrap this one up. Talking about the Bell Mansion out there in good old Indiana. And we went there this past weekend. Did investigation with Mandy from the Ghost Sisters, and of course Lori and Pam, Sean and myself. It was an interesting night. Maybe we can get the owners or get some of the representatives on here. Maybe in a week or two, we can talk about it again, and they can tell all about the house, and we'll give them a free plug.
Yeah.
So, and don't forget, everybody. Don't forget, we got that beauty queen Pamela going to be giving tarot card readings
in about 10.
Yeah. Thanks, Pam, for helping us out.
Hey, not a problem.
And again, up in the right-hand corner, that is our Cash App. You can scan that, and then you can just pay your money on that, if you will. I'm sure Pam will probably have a way for you to see that as well, maybe, or have a link or something. So it's Enlightened Souls Para, P-A-R-A, if I've been right, with a $ in the front, right?
Right.
Yep. Enlightened Souls Para. And you can pay Pam on that way and get your awesome tarot card reading. I mean, she's read me twice, and both times spot on, just spot on. So,
and it's just like a coincidence, we picked the same cards here just a little while ago too.
Mm-hmm.
I try. Not going to be right and accurate every time, I'm sure, but what I get is what I get.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Adam.
Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Adam, for coming in.
Hey, Adam, I'm still waiting for our comic book show.
Yeah, you guys got to do a comic book show, man.
Hey, I got to tell you that one time on Adam's podcast, he is talking about the Rocky movies.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't seen them all. I need to get him a collection.
Oh, I've got them all.
You got them all?
Yeah, I've got them all. I even got the first two of Creed after the Rocky shows. I don't got the new one out yet, though, but I've got all the Rockies. You can get them for
I was looking everywhere
$10.
Before we went to Michigan, and I didn't find it.
I found them at Walmart for like $10 for the whole series.
Oh, really? Yeah, we need to send him some.
I have to look out there.
Yeah, we'll look at Walmart and see if we can find them.
But
yeah, it was awesome to investigate with him in Michigan too. That was crazy.
Yeah, hopefully sometime we'll get a hookup with Adam too. He's a good guy.
Yeah, good guy. Or maybe we could take a trip to Texas.
Oh, you get me down in Texas, and you know where I'm going to want to go.
I know.
To the forest.
To the forest.
I want to check that out.
Do you have all of those movies, Adam? I don't think you do. Yeah, I would love to go there too, Sean.
Kind of reminded me of that cemetery we just went to. I mean, like I said, it was pitch black. You couldn't see a foot in front of your face.
Yeah.
Well, Adam, make sure you get Creed 1 through 3 because it goes right along with the last Rocky.
Right. So where'd you guys find your new wolf set that are behind you? They're pretty cool looking.
I made it. Well, actually, I didn't make. I added the Wolfpack podcast up in the top corner. Aaron Hoffman made the actual background with the wolves, and it says Wolfpack back here behind us.
Yeah, that's cool. He's awesome. Yeah. He can do anything.
Oh yeah, he's really good. He's really good.
Yeah.
So actually, this is real quick. I'll show the whole overlay.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. And I will try to shot that that thing with the recorders,
right?
So I can send it to you.
Well, you don't want a screenshot. You want to send it.
No, you don't want a screenshot. You want to send the file as an MP3 or.
No, I got to screen record it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, gotcha.
A screenshot's not going to let you listen to it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Screenshot.
I mean, I'm old, but come on, dude.
Then I'll like I said, I'll upload it onto my recording studio software and definitely mess with it until I can understand what they're saying.
Yeah, it's just a short. I mean,
and like I said, I'll save it once I get it to where it's intelligible. I'll save it and then send it back to you, and you can send it to Mandy.
Okay.
I love that when she put on the parabolic microphone. I was like, I want you. She's like, oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
That's why she jumped out at me. But that's why she jumped out at me. That was the payback.
Well, like I said, you can stand in my driveway. We were pointing at people's houses, and you can hear right through the halls with it.
Oh yeah, we just aimed it over across the house, and you could hear them arguing in the house, plain as day.
Oh wow!
Yeah, those things are really meant for nature, so you can hear the birds, y'all. But yeah, you can hear.
Yeah,
everything.
I think Mandy has one of those, but I don't think I've ever used it. Or
no, some places call them a bionic ear. Other places just call them parabolic microphone.
Oh.
You see the really good ones on the NFL, and they got that big dish, and they're aiming towards the quarterback and stuff. Yeah, so you can hear the quarterback. 41 left, Omaha. Yeah,
messed up the boy.
Why didn't you catch that effing ball? That was right in New Jersey, man.
Yeah, heard that a few times.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everybody, this is Enlightened Souls Paranormal. I am Mark.
And I'm Sean.
Pam.
Lori.
And we love you guys. Be nice to each other. Be nice to everybody you meet. Smile. You don't know what kind of a day they've had. A little smile just might brighten their day. So be nice to everybody. Love everybody. Adam, good night, brother. I love you. Everybody out there from Enlightened Souls Paranormal, God bless and have a blessed night.